Hello and welcome everybody to today's update call. Today we are talking about the opportunities of the smart chain, about what exactly you can do now with your PLC, PLCU, PLCU Classic and PLCUX coins. We are talking about the future, we are talking about the past, and we just give you transparently all the information what you need to make your personal decision. And with these words said, I will start sharing my screen. And we are going to start with the smart chain. A very important step in our company history has happened on the 4th of March, because the first time in the 7 years period of this company, there was a cut made. What does this mean? The first time there was really an interruption in the continuing of the business. Before, every time the company tried to go his way and took all the people with them from one project into the next project, into the next project, into the next project. And always they had the same liquidity pocket where they took the liquidity pocket and put it in the next liquidity pocket. And now this comes to an end, because now the final stage has reached. The company introduced the smart blockchain. Let me tell you about the smart chain just a little bit, that you get the understanding. When we talk about cryptocurrency, we talk about the heart of cryptos. Also, we have to talk about blockchains. The big difference between a blockchain and a smart blockchain, or a smart chain, you call it, is that a blockchain is a foundation for one coin to transfer, and the smart chain is a foundation and a platform for everybody to can jump on and create his own token on. To create your own blockchain and to own coin, it's very complicated. You need a lot of program skills, you need a good team, and usually you also need a lot of money. But to create a token, you just need an idea, and you can set up the token with a smart contract on any chain you wish in a few minutes. So we are introducing the smart coin as the known mother coin of the smart blockchain. And here I will tell you why this smart chain will become more important than every other smart chain on the market right now. Yes, you have the same function as the other smart chains, but there are a few small differences. We have the opportunity in future, very hopefully, we are aiming for all the licenses and to set up secure tokens. Nowadays, everybody is talking about tokenization. But what the hell is tokenization? So if we take my iPhone here, and I say, this is an asset, you can touch it, it has a value. That's the 14 Pro Max. So the value is new, 1,400 euro, used, let's say 1,200 euros. And I decide to tokenize it. And I give away 1,200 tokens, each €1, and you can buy these tokens. But the reason, because it's not secured and regulated, if you have all the tokens, I don't need to give you the phone, because it's not regulated. If I do it with my house, you are not standing in the ground book, because it's not regulated. So that's a big lack. And that's the reason why tokenization is not taking part at the moment. So what it needs to be secured and regulated. And this is what we are aiming for here on the smart chain. And when this happens, that will be very, very, very big. Why? Because I truly believe that the future of selling your house will not going to the notar and make a contract and you go to the government and all the stuff. You just click one button on your phone and you transfer your house token, fully secured and regulated, to the buyer. And this not only will be the way of selling assets, of selling things, but not have to be moved in real life. This also will be a way of giving loans, because you can give the person's securities and so on and so on. So this will be the next big thing on this on the crypto heaven. And now I want also to share with you some very important information, because every time a token gets moved from A to B or whatever, everybody needs the mother coin, in this case the smart coin, as a gas fee. And You know why this is so important? I will explain you. The first time in the history now, we opened the gate for the world. We have the cards, yes. We have a crowdfunding platform. We have some use cases. What are nice. But to be honest with you, all these use cases are only used by our community. We are not getting much more liquidity or much more users because of a use case. And for that, we need a source, a foundation like this, where projects can come and bring their own community. And I will tell you what happened yesterday after our call. I got a call from Brazil, and a guy was on the phone and sent me a link. And I joined this link and I was in the metaverse with my computer. And then the CEO of this metaverse project, what is the biggest metaverse project in history at the moment, they have licenses of Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, and so on. It's very big. It was incredible to see this the first time, was also there. And he was explaining me the project and telling me about his vision. And he's working in the Silicon Valley and was saying, look, we only need one thing. And the guy who called you told me that you have an idea. We need a platform where we can launch our coin, and we need an exchange where we can be listed. And this was the moment I realized how big this is. Because I just told him, we have a smart chain, you can launch your token. And we have our own exchange, and I'm pretty sure we can launch your token. And this moment I realized that how big this solution is for every project, because yes, they can set up same easy on every chain, but the issue they have to find the first exchange. And here they have both. And of course, we have an interest to list the coin with nearly zero costs on our exchange to get the project on our chain. And it was just 2-3 sentences, and he said, deal, let's do it. Let's make our ICO on your chain. Just give me in touch and tell me whenever you are ready that we can start. And I was like, hell, what happened? And I started realizing it's not in our hands to buy these coins. He's using our platform and he is bringing his community because he wants to sell his coins. And this was the first time I realized why Smart Chain really can be the solution. And because now other communities come and we don't have the job to do. We don't need to buy this coin. I don't really believe in Metaverse, to be honest with you, but it was very nice to be first time in Metaverse, yes? And it's a very crazy project. And that's what I tell you, when we reach 1,000 persons, I will stop the recording after that and I will show you this. So you will see, but I'm not allowed to record yet, but then you will see what I'm talking about. And then you see how big this can really be. And he also told me that we will get our own PLCU office in the Metaverse where we can make our meetings in this office in future. So it's like, oh my gosh, what do you want for that? He said, nothing. You listed me on your chain. That's all. And I'm like, okay, wow. And we didn't even need Alex for that because Alex don't need to make the decision. Everybody can go and make the contract. That's it. Nobody needs to decide if the project comes or not. That's why I was talking to him and say, look at this chain. If it fits for you, take it. If you need the exchange, I can make sure that you get listed on ours. And that's all what I did. And yes, I'm maybe a little bit stupid that I didn't get some percentage for that, but I'm happy for the community that we have a new use case, hopefully, when the smart chain started. So that's when I started to understand how big this really can be. Because on every single transaction, what this project, for example, is doing, they need to burn the smart coin. And just to give you an idea how big a metaverse project is, what is the idea behind the metaverse project? It's, for example, that you have a house and somebody wants to make a party at your house or make a meeting, they need to pay a coin in entrance. Not much money, but to move this coin, if they are set it up on our chain, they need to burn smart coin. That's how big it is, and that's incredible. And this guy on LinkedIn has more than 50,000 followers on LinkedIn. So it's a quite big guy, and not for any reason he's working in Silicon Valley. So this project really could be something, but if not, we don't care because they are just using our platform. We are not responsibility for any project, but every project what is coming on this platform will have to use the smart coin. And the good news is the only way smart coins can be created is if you own one of the community coins. So you can buy a smart coin on the market, yes, but if you don't own a community coin, you cannot transfer it to the smart coin. So what you have to do, you have to destroy the community coin and then you get benefited in the smart coins. That's the only way how this coin can be produced. And we have a lot of community coins. We have the PLC coin. $2 value, you want for one PLC, then you get 20 smart coins because internal, the production ratio of a smart coin is 10 cents. That means if the value is $2 for one PLC, you get 20 smart coins. And this you can get within a 3 years period. In the first year, you get 1%. In the second year, you get 2%. In the third year, you get 97%. If you want more for one PLC, you can get $5 for one PLC. And you get a total of 50 smart coins. And here you get in the first year 1%, in the second year 2%, in the third year 4%, and in the fourth year 8%, in the fifth year 85%. That's it. You can also buy a PLC on the market for a few cents and transfer. That's open to you. The swapping will be open soon. If you have a classic, a PLCU classic, you can get per classic $10,000 in a 3-year swapping. So that means you get 100,000 smart coins, same timing, first year 1%, second year 2%, third year 97%. If you want more money outcome out of one classic, you get 20,000 in a 5-year swapping. And this is a total of 200,000 smart coins. In the first year 1%, in the second 2%, in the third 4%, in the fourth 8%, and in the fifth 85%. If you have already a PLCU coin because you swap from classic to PLCU, you get 50,000 per PLCU. If you swap in a 3-year swapping, and that's 1% in the first year, 2% in the second year, 3%, 97% in the third year. In a 5-year plan, you get $100,000 prize. And that's big, $100,000 for PLCU. And you can swap in a 5-year period. But please note on this point that this is not a smart contract. The swapping can be faster or slower. That's why I suggest to go in a 5-year period because you're on the safer side. And now I also want to answer directly the question, why is it so low in the first year? You know what? This smart chain is very good and it has a very huge potential. I saw it live with these guys, but it will not be all liquidity full and many projects on it within the first month. So if Alex would oversupply the market, our community will just sell because that's okay. They can sell smart coin for UCT. A smart coin will be listed on nearly every exchange. So it's very important to better undersupply the market and put some more later than to oversupply. And that's why it can be that the market condition is not for holding 97% in the third year. This can be stretched. Yeah. So please keep this in mind. If you have one PLCUX, you can swap them for 3 years only because PLCUX is only one price. It's $100,000 and you get 1 million smart coins. And yes, to be honest with you, that's the only way. You need to swap your coins to really go out and get the foundational money step by step from a very big liquidity pool. And yes, I truly understand that all of us had different hopes and said, oh, that was not planned like that. I thought I could sell this and sell this every month and this. To be honest with you, I also was thinking I can sell my few X every month for a few $1 million. But unfortunately, the market is not like it is. And the swapping is the only way because the first time it opens the liquidity for other people also to come and to support this project. Before, the only liquidity provider was us. We brought liquidity or not. And in times when we didn't believe, we brought less liquidity. And that's okay. And yes, I understand that many people say, oh, how can this work now? Because he maybe failed this time. He failed, and this was not working, and this was not working. I just invite you to look a little bit from a normal perspective. If you look in your business life, most of you should be networkers and should work for an income in network marketing. One question: did everything work out what you had in your head? In your business life, did you start working and find your goal directly, or had you got failures? In a normal business life, you only can grow if you go the way. And I always take the Amazon example. Do you really think when Amazon started to sell used books that they had in mind to have Amazon Prime, that they had in mind to sell not only books, to sell from toilet paper up to woman, everything? Do you really think they had in the head to create their own business area with Amazon FBAs? Do you think they had in mind that they create own products depending on what is the bestseller? They make their own products. Do you think they had in mind when they started that they will have Amazon Video? No, they started to go the way with used books. And then they thought, oh, people don't only need used books, they also want products, because this internet is something bigger. And they grow, but they only could grow by going the way. And unfortunately, they also made mistakes. And Elon Musk, one of the biggest also, do you really think he had in mind to buy one day Twitter when he started? Do you think Facebook, what is now Meta, looking for the metaverse, had in mind to become the leader in metaverse when they started in the room of their college? They even didn't have the name Facebook. They named it at the beginning the Facebook. And all these functions, they came step by step by going the way. And that's what's happening here. Alex started 7 years ago to go the way. And on this way, he made his experience. And on this way, he made some things pretty right and some mistakes. But that's a normal way of business, ladies and gentlemen. And usually, if CEOs in this industry make a mistake, they close down and start new. But here, this is not the case. So we as a networker, yes, we can lay there and we can cry and we can say, oh, man, I want to sell. Yet then sell on the market, no problem. You can sell whatever liquidity is on the market you can use. You can sell for the price you get. It doesn't matter. It's still on the market. But I tell you, if you really want to get a good price out of it, and that's why the numbers are like they are, you need to swap. And now the smart chain is only the smart chain because he went the way. And he went the way and understood and learned and saw things. And now people are talking and saying, this project, big fail. I don't think so. I'm in the coin since 2016 and 2014 in some coins. And actually the coins I started 2016, some of them, I'm still not in profit. They started with a very, very big idea, but still they didn't develop it. They started with crazy ideas, but they didn't develop it. And when the first time I heard about crypto, somebody told me 2014, Dennis, you know, 90% of these people on this earth have a smartphone, but not a bank account. I said, okay. And he said, you know, you have to buy cryptocurrency now because everybody who has a smartphone in future wants to be part of the payment system. And these 90% also want to be included. And that dropped the penny in my eyes. And that made sense. And that was the moment I started to go into crypto and I said, hey, that's the next internet hype. That's the next big thing. What will happen to this world? And then we have now 22,000 coins on the market. And the only coin what helps these people is PLC Ultima Coin and Alex. The card is the only card on the whole market what is delivered to the countries where the card is needed. And it's fact that 200,000 cards are delivered. It's a fact. And it's fact that these cards are working very well. And it's fact that these cards are the only crypto cards delivered to Africa and working in Africa. Only cards who are delivered to India and working in India. Only cards delivered to Bangladesh, Pakistan and working there. So he already gave solutions, but for some projects, the time has not come because the community was too small and the liquidity was not big enough. That's why he now needs to develop on a platform where other projects also bring community and where other projects allow our customers to realize their profits. And that's the only way. And to be honest with you, we as networkers, we earn our money with network marketing. And why do we earn with network marketing? Because it's easier than having a 9-to-5 job. And it's better paid. And of course, not everybody here is a networker. And I don't want to make you a networker if you're not a networker, but I want to make you one thing pretty clear. The average person is earning 1,400 euros a month. Or maybe 2,000, I don't know. I don't want to put any bad number here. Let's just say 1,500 person A is earning a month. And for this, he's working 40 hours a week. So actually to earn this 1,500, he's working very, very hard. Yes or no? And then he decides to go in crypto, take 100 euro and expect to become a millionaire tomorrow. On one side, he knows how hard he has to work for 1,500 euro. On the other side, he expects the magic from a crypto market. And yes, you can have lucky punches, but when you look back in life, every lucky punch, what you say is a lucky punch today, was not lucky. If we talk about Amazon, because if you invested 100 euro in Amazon 30 years back, you would also be a millionaire now. But 99.9% of the people would not have kept their stocks 20 years while they're only in minus. And crypto is the same. Sometimes things work out perfectly and sometimes there are challenges. And for me, it's only a question, how do people take the challenges? And one thing is pretty clear. Last year, as PLC Ultima started, this was the most successful coin ever made. There's no other coin in $1 billion plus market capitalization what went from 10 cents to over 100,000. It was the most growing project in the entire history of cryptocurrencies. That's a fact. There's not even one single project with more growth. And it's also a fact that everybody who was in this project from day one or in the first month really earned a lot of money. And it's also a fact that after that, the coin went from 100,000 down to $100. And now, here comes what I respect in Alex and why he walks the way he walks it and why he's counting to one of the successful entrepreneurs on this world. He not only says, let's do it again, and do it again. He says, you know what, let's make a deep analyze why exactly it went down and why it went up. And then you have two choices. I do it better or I leave it. Because you never are allowed to make 2 times the same mistake. If you make 2 times the same mistake, you wanted to do it. You did it extra. To make a mistake, nothing against it. But never make the same mistake twice. And now, that's why I say the first time there is a cut between the old projects and the first projects, because all the people supporting Alex from day one or later, it doesn't matter, now can go with him in the founder generation of the Mothercoin. After that, that will not be possible anymore. Yes, it will be possible a few years, as long as there are PLC coins on the market, as long as there are classics on the market, X on the market, whatever on the market you can buy, and you can transfer them into the Mothercoin. And usually you transfer them to a better weight because they are undervalued on the market and you get a higher weight in the swapping. But for all these people, the journey now is over. And this journey is over. You cannot use your coins to go in the next minting. You cannot use your coins and multiply them again. This is over. You can use the coins. You can multiply them as long as you have space, and you can go into the Mothercoin and be part of the founder generation. And the new project, it is pretty clear that it has to be same like the old. Same starting price, 10 cents, same starting available supply, 20,000, same max supply. And here, the Ultima token is the first token on the smart blockchain. This means you want to buy a token, you need smart blockchain, you need smart coins, you want to sell, you want to transfer, you need a smart coin. Simple as that. And of course, it needs an ecosystem, an infrastructure to be in circulation and to be used, to go around, to not only be bought for people who want to mint, and then the minters to sell the coin. And it's very important that there's a circulation, that people can use it, even if it's only the people in the community. Very important. It will be the exchange coin, the coin from the gambling platform, crowdfunding, travel platform, blah, blah. All nice to have. It needs to be easy for the duplication, no apps, no private keys, just dashboard, buy, start minting. It needs to have an attractivity, a high speed with 7.2, but here was the first mistake made. It was way too high oversupply. 7.2 is way too much, but it's sexy. So it needs a rule that of your coins, what you produce, 40% you need to burn. Yes, you can use them to upgrade your farm only, but it will not be commissioned. And then it's getting burned. If you don't use this 30%, they get burned. So actually the wheel ratio is 60% of factor 7.2. And only this 60% you can pay out. So first mistake made better. Okay, point number 2. The minter should not have the power to dump the market every month they get coins. So what is better if they only can pay out 1% a day? And they can only pay out 1% of their frozen amount. So if they freeze coins worth of $1,000, they get coins every month if the price stays same for $360, let's say, and they can pay out $10 a day. So to withdraw their minting, they need 36 days. But they bought one coin for the market, and they can only bring one coin back to the market within 100 days. How can they dump the market? Pretty smart solution. But that's not all. Also, we need to make sure that the minters support and help the market. In the queen market, where everything is good, the market is fine. It's growing. It's not going down. It's fine. It's in the queen zone. Everything is good and everybody is getting coins and producing coins. But if the market is changing and going down, the minter should not be the person who sell. The minter should be the person who support the market to go back in the green zone, to take coins and freeze them. That's why when the market goes in the yellow zone, everybody needs to freeze 50% of their 1 month minting income. But if the market goes in the red zone, alarm alarm red. Dangerous. Market is collapsing. If we don't do anything, our coin is collapsing. Everybody needs to do more and need to freeze 100% of their minting for 1 month. And they freeze for 3 years because everybody needs to support this coin to bring it out of the red zone. Very smart. But it should not be just to choose if you are doing it or not. It should be a regulation. So you have 7 days in the yellow zone to freeze 50% of your monthly income. So when your monthly income is 0.36U, you need to freeze, where is it? The half of it, 0.18. And if you don't do it 1 day after the 7 days, you lose 1 month minting. If you don't do it 2 days after it, you lose 2 months minting. And if it's in the free zone, after 3 days, you have to put the full amount. And this you lose till you don't have any minting anymore. And that's pretty smart. And now I can do 2 things. You can join my club where we meet 1 time a day. You know, we have a circle of stairs and we sit there and cry and tell how bad the life is and how stupid it is that our coins we need to swap and it takes longer to get them. Or you can put a little bit away the emotions because everybody of us has the emotions. I also had the same emotions. 3 weeks I only was, you can say, shouting at Alex and saying why we have to do this. And I was coming also with solutions. And then I understood all my solutions ideas would not work out on a very long-term way and would not be the real solution for everybody. It will just be a short-term solution for some people. And then I understood that the smart chain is the only way. And as I had this call yesterday in the metaverse, I understood how big this can be. And then you can say, okay, I'm a networker. I have 2 choices. I go out there and look for a project where I don't know with 99.99% of chance this project will scam in half a year. Or I be here and be part of the most biggest project what you ever will see. It will be a fact that this company will make $1 billion turnover this year every single month. Because everybody who has seen PLCU know that with these regulations, this will be X100, X1000, X I don't know. And everybody know that on the launching day, this coin start by 10 cents and will go nuts to 40, 50, 60K. And everybody know that the old time high can never be at 100K, it has to be way higher. And everybody know and don't find out the way how this coin can be dumped because of these regulations. And if you understand this, and you just talk to people who was in the beginning of PLC Ultima, for a networker, there's only one choice. Either you be in it or not. And yes, you are team leaders. And yes, you have to make sure that all your partners understand and can calculate what they have to do. And if somebody comes and says, I want to be part of the founder generation, it's your job not to say blindly X and earn commission. It's your job to sit down and make a professional calculation. Do you have more benefit if you buy classic and just swap the classic? Or you have more benefit if you buy X and multiply the X and swap to U? You understand, it's your job to educate the people. Not only sell and say, next month you can pay out, you can pay out, you can pay out. You want to go there, it is a journey between 3 and 5 year swapping period. But the smart chain has this, this, and this for the world. And when you get that, I'm very happy with my coins because I really believe that this can become even bigger than Ethereum. Why? Because I believe tokenization will be the bigger hype than NFT and ICO together. And I understand that projects here have a full house solution. They can add their token and list it on an exchange. And that's quite big, isn't it? So with these words said, I'm finished with my part. You don't need to raise your hand all the time. We are not letting people speak. I will open the chat and you can put your questions in the chat. Don't worry, I will answer the questions, but please don't raise your hand. Imagine 800 people want to speak. We will sit here in 10 days. So let's just really sort the questions. I will open the chat now and you can ask your questions. Let me open the chat. Okay, oh, chat is opened. Co-host and host can read the questions and we will go. Please give your questions now if you have any. What I think.
I have a question here, Dennis.
Yes, please.
So William, he said, so what will still be the role of our PLCU community? Only swapping the existing PLC coins or the smart coin, or do we still have other tasks and investments to do? Should I repeat that?
No, I don't get it again.
So I read it again. He said, so what will still be the role of our PLCU community? Only swapping the existing coins or to smart coins? So he's saying, what will be the role of the community? Is the only role we're going to have is swapping the existing PLCU coins to the smart coin, or do we still have other investment tasks to do? So I suppose he's saying we're going to have the swapping, but will there be any other investment opportunities for the PLCU community to be able to take advantage of?
No. You cannot buy with PLCU or X or any other coin a product, because then we would not stop and make a cut. We would do the continuing again and again and take the leg into project to project to project. The only way is you can swap the coins. You want to go into the Ultima token, you can feel free to go in it, but you need to have USDTs. You cannot go with PLCU, you cannot go with Ultima, you cannot go with any other coin. If we would allow this, the project Ultima will also fail, because we need to do it properly from the first day and not take the old liquidity into the new liquidity, into the new liquidity, into the new liquidity. The new Ultima token has farms, of course, same minting, yeah, same sizes and so on. I didn't tell this because I thought it was clear. So I want to make this very clear.
Will the withdrawal of PLCU be moved to 1% or more over time? So in other words, will the withdrawal of PLCU, will that be increased to 1% or more with time?
When the swapping starts, I can imagine. But before the swapping starts, I don't think so.
Okay. What happens to our newly minted coins after 3 or 5 years contracts are finished?
You just continue swapping. The swapping will be as long possible as long these coins are on the market.
What about the PLCU card?
You can use it same. It's just a new design. It's the same card.
Okay. Why is the PLCU price dumping rapidly?
Because of us.
Can you still mint PLC classics for the coming months and swap as the months go on?
Yes, of course. You can mint as long as you have your contract, and you can freeze as long as you have your space. And I want to catch up on this. Why is the PLCU price dumping? When we opened the internal exchange, this was, I thought, one part of the solution to give people the opportunity to encash the money. So they changed one PLCU-X to a price of 15,000 per PLCU. So they got round about 7 PLCUs. And what they did is we paid out 1%. It was roundabout in total 1,000 PLCU coins. And everybody just sold without looking to the price and dumped it to 5,000. And now you want to tell me pretty honestly that there is another way? Okay, we swap 100%. We swap 100%. And then PLCU will be 0, PLCU Classic will be 0. Everything will be 0. So, and who has then the opportunity to really swap? If 10 people get their coin earlier because they wake up earlier and they dump the market. And then we provide again liquidity in the coins and we push that new people buy the coin and we have liquidity. And then the people are still waiting there with their coins and dumping it down again. And they are not encashing 100K per X in this case. In this case, they are selling the X for 10K and they are not carrying.
Okay.
How can Alex make sure that everybody really can get his profit if this happens all the time? There were people buying PLCU at 100K and selling for $200. How can it be? I don't know. But yes, they are fine with that. Okay. But the only reason why they do that because they have fear, and it's okay to have fear. And the only reason why they do it because they maybe don't see the bigger picture. Please don't raise your hand. I will not take any questions.
So another question here, will the Ultima minting start from the launching of the smart blockchain?
Pardon?
Will the minting, the new Ultima minting start once this new smart blockchain is launched?
The new smart blockchain is already launched. The minting and the token sale will start on the 30th of March. Also, we will get our Ultima debit cards on the 30th of March. This will be a network product. You can sell them for $110, fully commissioned, also counting on your rank. We will have our marketplace, our crowdfunding, our travel platform, our internal exchange, all live between April and June 2023. And if you now have a little bit of understanding of this market, you have to understand, and you would notice that if the launch of the token starts, nobody, even not the exchange, can send the tokens out into your wallet or into the back office if there are no smart coins on the market. Because also the exchange needs to pay the fee. So first of all, you need to get the first swapping reward, and this I hope if you bring on the market and sell it, because otherwise nobody can move the Ultima token. And only when the smart coins are on the market, other projects can come and add on and everything can start. So that is how it will be.
Next question here, is it a good idea to buy a lot of PLCU Classic now that the price is low and then swap them for the smart coin? And is this possible?
Yes, it's possible.
Okay. And how long will the swap? How long will we be able to swap PLCU, and well, how long will the swapping process be for the smart coin?
There is no time limit.
Okay. Can the smart coin grow like Ethereum?
Can be.
Okay. Will one be able to swap the PLCU to smart coin regardless of how low the PLC Classic coin drops?
The creating price of a smart coin is 10 cents.
Okay.
So even if the PLCU Classic is $10, then you don't make 100,000%. If you swap over PLCU into the smart coin, you would make 1,000,000%. The rest I don't have to tell you.
Okay. Will there be any limits on how many smart coins one can sell off at a time?
No. The smart coin is like Ethereum and Tron. It will be on every exchange and it will be paired with USDT. There cannot be any limits. You can sell whatever you have. And you know, Alex is expecting that most of the community will sell whatever they have. That's why in the first year it's 1%.
Okay, someone's asking here, what happens with after our 3 5-year contracts with our coins?
Nothing.
Okay. It said, what happens when everyone in the community cashes out over 90% of their smart coins in a 3rd or 5th year or freeze? Isn't there the risk that with everyone selling off their smart coins, the price of the smart coin will drop properly as a consequence?
Exactly. That's why I said in the disclaimer, it is not a smart contract. It is flexible. It can be faster depending on the demand and liquidity on the market, and it can be stretched. That's why it makes sense to go with a 5-year plan.
How early will you be able to get, will we be able to get our hands on the Ultima token? Can you get it for just a few dollars, or will it be like the PLCU Pro where you couldn't buy it cheap?
So nobody, maybe just 1 or 2 coins, or maybe a total of 100 coins out of 2 million people will be possible to get for under $1,000, because the way it will launch, they are dropping a few coins for 10 cents, then they are dropping a few coins for higher. Why? Because if they just drop 20,000 coins for 10 cents, it could be that one guy buys all 20,000 coins. That would be very worse. Then we will have a big problem, and we will have a big risk of any time getting dumped. That's why their coins are coming out step by step. But once the coins went out, and then the trading, of course, is starting, because people are starting to sell, to buy, to sell, to buy. So what I expect, if you are not professional, and if you really want to make a long-term benefit and not want to lose out on the launch day, buy on the 2nd and 3rd day the coin. Why? Because on the launch day, it completely goes crazy and nuts, and then it goes and break down and find his real price. And it always, every launch is like that. But what happens if you panic? You buy too high, and then you have the correction, and then you are within the start already in a small minus balance. That's why I will make also webinars only on how to buy, because you also should never buy market. Set limits to buy. Look at the order books. It's very important. You can lose out. If you buy market and some trader sees that, he can sell you the coins even for 1 million if there's no other order in front of you. So that's why you have to really pay a little bit attention. And the easiest way and the cheapest way is just to buy on the 2nd and 3rd day, because then the price is found. And I always take the Ultima example. The Ultima started by 10 cents and went to 25,000 on the launching day within 2 hours. On the next day, it was at 5,000. And from 5,000, it started building its price. And this coin, I believe, can go from 10 cents to 40, 50,000. And from them, it will find its price at 20, 30,000. But from there, it starts growing. So we will have a strategy call on that. We will have exactly advices on that.
Okay. What about X from my app wallet? Can I take out 1% from my app, assuming it's a green light?
Pardon again, please?
It says, what about X from my app wallet? Can I take out 1%, assuming it's a green light? So they're asking if they can take 1% of their X out of their wallet. I'm assuming the answer is no on that one. It has to be, but you're going to answer that. They want to know if they can take 1% out of their X. They're not talking about the Ultima, they're talking about the X.
No, I think they are talking about the dashboard farm.
They're talking about the app. They said, can I take 1% from my app, assuming it's green light? So
no, you don't have an app in the new Ultima token. It's all in the dashboard.
Yeah.
And as long as in the green light, you can pay out, no problem. But when it's getting in the yellow light, you also can pay out, no problem. But you should actually freeze 50% to continue minting.
Okay, I hope you understand this one. Will the PLCU withdrawal be compounded, considering those who may not be able to access their accounts every day? Can the daily percentage withdrawal be compounded?
No.
Okay. Will it be possible to buy Ultima token from the market and then selling without any limit to make a big profit on the increase in value?
Yes, it's a free token.
Okay. Will there be a limit to how many Ultima tokens one can buy?
No.
Okay. will Alex put up walls to regulate the price of Ultima token?
Maybe.
Okay. What happens to those who still have their coins on the internal exchange while the price of PLCU?
But guys, again, no wall within 20,000 coins can hold longer than 1 hour on the launch day. We have people coming to this project because they know what happened with millions to just buy the coin and jump onto this project. Because they know that's the best profit they can ever make within the next year. And you cannot expect, please don't put your expectation wrong, to get the coin for $10 or 10 cents or 1,000. If you get the coin between 5 and 30K, you are fully fine. It's fully fine. If you get it lower, you can be very lucky, and you should play lottery on the same day, because that's a very good luck. And it was the same on Ultima. Just look in the order books on CoinSplit for the Ultima launch. You will see what happened. And it will be the biggest launch in crypto. And it will be the most volume ever made on a launch day in the whole crypto industry.
So what happens to those who still have their coins on the internal exchange while the price of PLCU keeps falling?
What should happen?
Yeah, so the people have got their coins on the internal exchange. They've exchanged it to PLCU, but they can only pull out a certain amount a day. What happens to them or their coins? That's what they're asking.
Again, the PLCU, it's good that you have the PLCU. You can swap for 3 years for 50,000, or you can swap for 5 years for 100,000. And you have one PLCU coin or half PLCU coin that is not falling. And the swapping price also is not falling. It doesn't matter how the market price is.
Okay. Did Dennis say we can't use our X to buy Ultima and it has to be bought with USDT?
Yes, I said this.
Okay. So here's a question. The guy, all kind of questions you want answered. Why can't the company stick to one major project instead of launching new coins almost every 3 months? And after the launch of this Ultima token, then what is the next project to be launched again, since the company seems to be unstable on any project?
Feel free to leave the company. The next project will be the Delta token.
Okay. Hi, Dennis.
I don't know. Look, what happened here? They started with PLC. I will summarize. They started with PLC. And they don't have a blockchain. They just had the idea of giving people a cryptocurrency what is not working against the people. And if you look on the crypto market, crypto is not made for you. It's not made for me. It's not made for us. Crypto is made for taking the money from the poor idiots, not educated people, and put it in the pockets of the rich people. That's why the whales get fatter and fatter every time the Bitcoin dumps. Bitcoin is going down now. Just watch out the biggest Bitcoin wallets. They will be bigger, bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and bigger. And all the people will get in minus, 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 minus. That's the crypto market. If you think crypto is made for the people to make them rich, that's not the reality. Crypto is made to give the people a choice, to give the people an opportunities, but people use crypto because they are not educated. You don't learn financial education in school. You always live with a poor, I'm not talking about especially people here in this call, I'm talking in general. Yes, don't get me wrong. You are getting educated a poor financial mindset. You are getting learned to swap your time, what is limited on this world, to money, what you get. So actually you are doing the same like a prostitute. You are getting 10, 12, or 15 euros an hour. And you think that life is beautiful. And then you realize that other people have a Porsche, have a Ferrari, and then you see that people walk in nice clothes. So you save all your money to buy some clothes to impress other people. You don't get educated properly. And that's why also, how can you survive in crypto markets? So the idea was to create a crypto where people can have a chance to build an income. But in the beginning, the company had no blockchain. It just had the idea to do something for the people that they didn't know how. As I said, if you start business, you walk, and then on the way you walk, you will notice. So they gave away coins in the back office and sold education packages. Fully fine, but no blockchain, no wallet. So you had coins in the back office with a price, but no exchange, nothing. And then they worked on their blockchain. And 2 people tried to put the blockchain and both failed, and he had to pay 3 teams to get finally a blockchain, the first blockchain version. And with this blockchain, he needed to fight 6 months with Apple to come in the Apple Store. And once he was in the Apple Store, he had his wallet, and you were able to transfer your coins out of your back office onto your wallet because the blockchain was connected. And after that, he got listed on the first exchange. And then the lawyers called him, Alex, and said, "Dear Alex, you are not allowed to give the people the coins in the pockets. You sold educational products. Now you're on exchange. That's legal. You have to take all the coins back immediately." So Alex needed to hack his own blockchain and take all the coins, millions of coins, out of the wallets back in the back office. Whew, can you believe how trusty this was? Can you believe the people were hyped, finally on an exchange, finally handled, and now all the coins taken away from their private wallet back in the back office and locked? And Alex hearing he don't have a product anymore now when he is on the exchange. So that was a very hard time. But what Alex did was he started walking and he came to the first challenge. And then he said, "I will not give up. I will find a way." And this was the born of the minting. And if you don't know, Alex was the first person in crypto talking about minting. He was the creator about minting. These days, everybody said the guys are so stupid, they don't even know it's called mining. They are talking about minting. And nowadays, everybody talks about minting. Every coin has minting. So he created this minting and they continued the journey, but he still was not allowed to give away these locked coins. And of course, this was very negative. And then he had the idea, okay, now I have opportunity, I pay out all the coins, but I cannot push this up. My infrastructure is not working. The community is not getting big enough because the product is not sexy enough. So he started PLC Ultima. And with PLC Ultima, things changed. Suddenly, he made $1 billion turnover in 1 year. But unfortunately, the product was made for 3 years, and then it just crashed down. So he needed to give the networkers another opportunity, otherwise all the networkers would leave. So he said, okay, if the people cannot handle a coin going up and going down, let's maybe give them a coin what is fixed on 100K. But the problem is that people, even if they can save 100K, they don't allow to wait on times when the demand is not high enough. And it was not planned to go with the Smart Chain live now. It was the deadline end of this year. Thanks God we are live now. Imagine this time for 9 more months. Whew, very tough. And yes, you can say more projects, many projects, but what you want? Every coin can be swapped. And even if you would have created 100 projects. Sometimes you have to try and have to find your way. And only because of PLC, PLCU, and PLCUX experience, the product now is how it is.
Okay. Can you share the calculator? Can you please share the calculator you presented yesterday?
Yes.
But I think that's been shared in the groups anyway, so people should have it. Okay. How is it possible to cancel contracts if they are on a smart contracts? or are the smart or on the smart chain? Do we not have
Yeah.
autonomy over our contracts?
No, you cannot cancel smart contracts. It's a smart contract. No smart contract gets cancelled. What you are talking about? If you have a smart contract, you are producing your coins. There are people who have a 10-year smart contract in PLC. They are still producing coins PLC for the next 7 years. In PLC, nobody went in with a 1-year quick pump decision. Everybody went in on a 10-year journey, my friends.
How is it so this one said, will the internal exchange provide a means to swap our coins to the smart blockchain?
Pardon?
Will the internal exchange provide a means to swap our coins to the smart blockchain?
No, the internal exchange will not provide you anything. You get the coins and you need to swap them.
Okay. In which of all exchanges Ultima Token and Smart Coin will be launched at the end of the month? So which exchanges will it be launched at? The Ultima Token?
I don't know. You know, exchanges don't work like this. You don't tell the exchange which day they launch you. You pay money and then it's up to them to put you on. Some exchanges faster, some exchanges slower. Till end of this month, it will be maximum 2 exchanges, but till end of this year, it will be nearly 100 exchanges.
Okay. Someone says Alex strategy is only favoring his inner circle who has a huge amount of his project and not favoring the partners with lesser quantity of the coin.
Again, I don't get it.
So Alex strategy is only favoring people close to Alex with big amount of coins. It's not favoring the people that only have a small amount of coins. So he's saying it's not benefiting people. If you only have a small amount of coins, the swapping is not benefiting you. That's what he's saying.
It's benefiting same. It doesn't matter if you changed 1,000 coins or 1 coin, everybody has 1%. But maybe what you mean in a smart chain, it's proof of stake, and the top 120 holders also have very much benefits on the smart chain. So yes, it's good if you hold more coins, but you have same swapping. And only because somebody has 1,000 coins and you have 1 coin, that's because this guy took more money in his hand or multiplied his coins smarter. That's the way how it is. You know what I mean? It's not that only because you have 1,000 coins, your 1% is higher, but it's 1%. You understand? It's not 10% for somebody with more coins. It's same, and it doesn't matter.
Okay. So this person says, thank you for your explanation, Dennis. I'm excited about the future. I just have a few questions. 1, if the ecosystem will be open to the public, what will be the purpose of networking?
Selling farms? The only thing, what should be your purpose?
Okay. The second question, those of us who have PLC stuck on the internal exchanger, will Alex arrange for us to be able to exchange back to X so we can utilize it?
Would not be smart. And no, because you turned 1x into 10 U's. And you can turn now 1x not into 1 million smart coins, you turn 10 U's into 10 million smart coins. Would not be smart if you swap back.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling. Most of the people not educated because they have no financial intelligence. I don't want to be angry with anybody or don't want to personally touch anybody, but this is how it is. Yeah, number 3.
The last question is, doesn't tokenization already exist? Why are we talking about it like it's unique to us? I don't really get it.
Show me a tokenization, what is existing. You know what the problem is? When I tokenize my house, of course, you can tokenize everything. I name the tokens House of Dennis. And I have 100,000 tokens, $1. And you buy all these tokens. And then you say your house belongs to me. I sell it on the market and put the money in my pocket. Then you say, hey, moment, I have the coins of your house. You go to the court and the court says, no, you only have bought tokens only because they are named tokens of Dennis. House It not means that you belong the house. It's token. It's not the house. Show me where you stand in the crown book. Oh, you don't stand in the crown book, so go away. That's why tokenization is not working, because it's not regulated, not secured. Everybody who is talking about tokenization is telling you bullshit. He's just telling you Fugazi. You know what Fugazi is? Nothing. He's only because the token is named Dennis iPhone, the iPhone is not backing up the token, because nobody regulating that. That's why the mark needs a regulation and security token, a token what secures you the real asset. Also, NFT is not solving the problem, only because you have a picture on your phone what gives you access to an event. What if the event management changed and says, I don't accept this anymore? Where's your security that you still can come to these events? That is the reality. And then people are talking about DAOs and this and this and this. DeFi, it's not existing in the market. What they are doing since 7, 8, 9, 10 years, they are selling you stories. And we are catching these stories and loving it. Oh, a coin, what brings me to the moon in 10 years? When I have this coin, I can go to the rocket and fly to the moon. Oh, what the hell are you thinking about? That is crypto. Crypto has nothing to do with the real life as long as it is not regulated and secured, because nobody is securing you that you have access with this token. That's why it is a big thing. Because I believe in future, if it's secured and I have house Dennis tokens and you want to buy my house and my house ground book is laying by the bank and they are securing the tokens and giving them to me and you buy my house, I can sell you my house with one click. Nobody needs to go to the lawyers. You just go to the bank later and say, I need a ground book. But actually you never need a ground book because you own the tokens. How fast will it be? You want to take a loan? You come, you say, I need $10,000. I say, what is your security? Here, I have 10K worth of the secure token of this apartment. Oh, that's the security I accept. Here's your loan, give me the tokens. Done, done, zack, zack, fast business. This will be the future, if you get it or not. It will be the future. It will.
Can you explain the new minting starting at the end of the month? Can you explain the new minting starting at the end of the month?
I already explained. Just watch the recording.
Okay, so this is a guy that's saying that, or someone saying, the truth is, since the Eternal Exchanger was open, nobody has been able to remove any PLCU. So where is the PLCU coming from for the people to be dumped? Something is wrong somewhere.
Okay, you know, the good thing is that it's blockchain. You don't need to believe me when I tell you that 1,000 coins got paid out and they went to they directly got paid out to Coinspit and dumped the price, and to the other exchange and dumped the price. Just do yourself a favor and go through the Blockchain Explorer. And then you will notice that on one day, 1,000 coins came from the back office addresses into exchanger addresses. And then you will find a lot of people who will be honest and say, yes, I sold coins. So stop talking bullshit on a blockchain. On a blockchain, nobody can lie. Guys, it's transparent 100%. Everybody can make his self-research and go through the Blockchain Explorer. Yes, maybe you will need 10, 20 hours to find this transaction. But that's your job. Before you talk bullshit like this, maybe you should educate yourself better. You need to stand up earlier, my friend.
Okay. When will the company get the banking license for tokenization?
The company never will get a banking license.
Okay. The card will cost money. How much?
$110. And it will be a network product. Fully commission, rank bonus also. And the ranks are changing. The new rank bonus is fully paid in USDT.
Okay. When will the company launch the UltiMax exchange and travel platform? When will the
Sold
company?
in the exchange between April and June this year. So in 2 to 3 months.
Okay. Will we still get 30% for sponsoring others into the business?
No. Only 20.
What will the Ultima token be paired with?
USDT.
I'm guessing, yeah. Platin Coin was initially said to work for 3-year smart contracts, but within 3 years, Platin Coin was abandoned and another coin was launched. What's the guarantee that another coin won't be launched after 3 months from now?
That's not true. Platin Coin was in the smart contract for 10 years and is still in the smart contract.
Okay. Some of these are repeating, I won't ask.
I know, I just answered the questions you are telling.
Yes, so, okay, here's a question. What about the bots? Are you afraid of them pumping price up? So he's asking about the bots. Are you afraid of them?
That's crypto. All coins are pumped up.
Okay. It says, someone says, how do I get my X from my app to the dashboard farm? In other words, can they I'm guessing they're saying, can they transfer the X from the app farm to the dashboard farm?
No, you don't need to. You can keep it in the app farm, get more max load with X and freeze more coins and then swap more coins.
Okay. Will there be more events in Dubai in the future?
Yes, there will be one big event in end of this year with 10,000 people.
Okay. Will there be a limit at all trading Ultima in the exchanges? Are there any limits on trading Ultima? I think you've answered that.
No, there are no limits.
Yeah.
Because also on PLCU, there are no limits, my friends. As when a coin is on 2 to 3 exchanges, there are no limits. It's only one exchange what having limits to sort the internal price out. That's the only reason why Ultima has limits on CoinSpit. But if you go to Maxi or to the other exchanges, there's no limit.
What happens when the PLCUX and C farming apps is finished? Do the apps become redundant?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and for those with Axe Watcher, you answered that question. You answered that question. What you've answered that question. Can CoinSbit handle the Ultima launch? I remember the PLC launch and the exchange was crashing.
Can be that the exchange will crash. I don't know.
Okay. Can I swap PLCU coins which are stuck in the internal exchange to the new coin?
No. You cannot go with coins into the new coin. That's why I said we have a cut. This time is over. You can go with your coins into the mother coin.
Okay. This is looking like everyone's assets are being moved from one coin to another and a limit to a tiny % availability. It's trapping people's money. Surely the answer has to be to bring you real utility and services that outside the crypto community want to use.
If you think like this, it's your way of thinking. For me, this is the only way how to make sure that people really can get the value out of their coins.
Okay. Is the 0.10% for the mother coin swapping fixed going forward for the community? Or was it going to be market driven? So the mother coin.
Market driven.
Yes, market driven. So it's not fixed.
No. It's not a smart contract, remember.
Okay. This question here, I hope you understand. It says, will one be able to migrate their tokens from one blockchain to the smart blockchain, or do we need to create a new token on the smart blockchain?
Wait, just a second. Again?
Will one be able to migrate their tokens from one blockchain to the smart blockchain, or do we need to create a new token on the smart blockchain? I don't understand that.
No, when you swap, the coins what you have get burned and destroyed, and you will achieve the new smart coins. And yes, if you want to storage them, you will need the app where you can storage the smart coins. This also will be available.
Okay. Hi, Ken. Please give a big thanks to Dennis for a smashing call. So someone thinks you're doing an excellent job.
Good. I think now we stop the Q&As.
Okay.
It was very monotone now. I answered a lot of questions. If some questions are not answered, I think 90% of the questions are answered in the call.
Yeah.
Again, you can think of it like what you want. It's your decision. You can say my coins are trapped. You can say I lost my money. You can say this. But one thing you can be 100% sure. It doesn't matter which coin you point out. You started last year, you would be in a lose today. In these coins, of course, maybe on a price weight, you are in the lose, but within the time the price went down, same like other coins, you multiplied the coins. And what happens now is that with the swapping, Alex makes sure that the price for each coin, what you have, is getting to a moderate level. You understand? What all of you are just asking for, I paid $100, how can I get 2 cents out of it? Stop thinking so financially broke. And if you used money what you don't have for investing into crypto, that's never a way what you should do. You have to learn and grow also your financial intelligence. If you buy an asset and you multiply this asset, you have an asset. One question, a Bitcoin is today 20,000. How many coins you have if you have one Bitcoin? One. What if the price is 60,000? How many Bitcoins you have? One. What if the price is 5,000? How many Bitcoins you have? One. In this coin, you had one coin and you can multiply it by 7. If you would be a little bit smarter, you would have zins and you would have multiplied by 14. So if the price is 100,000, you had one coin, now the price is 1,000, you have 14 coins. So what you do, you swap the 14 coins, you don't sell them for 1,000 because this would be a lose. But if you swap them to 100,000, you multiplied your money by 14. It doesn't make sense if you take your euros and buy a Bitcoin today and Bitcoin grows in value and the euro falls in value, because then there's no change. You understand? Because one is growing, one is falling. So you have to start thinking a little bit outside the box. And with the smart chain, what is happening here, this is something very, very big. And I can tell you the story to close this down. I was a very early person in Bitcoin. I bought my first Bitcoins 2014. And the price of one Bitcoin was $240. And I was a very lucky person because I got a very good advice. But I was not lucky because I was financially intelligent. I was just lucky I had a good advice. The person told me this coin will go to 100,000. Buy it, keep it on a box as far as away as possible from you, and don't touch before 100,000. So I did it. I bought it, I put it on a ledger and put the ledger as far away from me as possible. And at this time, nobody talked about Bitcoin. Nobody was talking about it. You were not even able to buy a lot of Bitcoins. The whole market was just like, what is Bitcoin? And I was thinking, this guy needs a doctor. But somehow I believed in, because what I told you earlier with the phone thing. So I bought it and I didn't sell. But you know, if I wouldn't had this advice, I would sell at $500. I would sell at $1,000, at $6,000, at $8,000, and I would not have any big profits. Because other coin which I bought, I had not a good advice. I was one of the buyers actually, and not founders. You say founder generation if you are one of the earliest buyer of a coin. I was one of the earliest buyers of the Binance coin, BNB coin. I bought for 1 and for 2 cents a few thousand BNB coins. But I sold all of them at $1 because I was not seeing the picture. Nobody told me you need to keep that. That will be number one exchange. Somebody just said, buy this coin, you can make some profit. Did I make profit? Yes. But where are the profits now? You are all looking to earn $1,000 a month, to earn $2,000 a month, to earn passively for doing fucking nothing. Sorry for my words. $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month because you are damn as foul. You have a job where you earn $1,400, $2,000. You have to work 40 hours a week, and then you expect you invest in a coin and earn $2,000. You want to make yourself life easy. Life is not easy. Life is hard. You want to earn more money, work more. You want to have more in life, go work for it. Your coin investment is Opolos. You never should rely to an investment. Nowadays, you have a house, fine. But how much money you have? As long as you have no buyer who buys your house, you have zero money, you understand? Only because you have an asset, you need to find somebody who buys it. In this moment, you have a house, fine, perfect. House will every time have value because always people need something to live in. But try to sell your house immediately if you need to sell it. You will not get the price you need. Because people will see that you need to sell immediately. They will give you not the price it is costing on the market. And in these days, the market is not good for houses to sell because everything gets more and more expensive. Nearly nobody can afford living in their own house anymore. People need to sell their house to afford living expenses to move into a small apartment. That's the reality. And then you say, oh, these guys, they earn a lot of money. Yes, because these guys earn 10, 20, 30, 50, 60 times more than you. You want more money? Go and launch this Ultima token. I'm telling you, this coin will be the biggest coin in the entire world history because it has to, because of this regulations, what this coin has. The network is the best network. Why? Because it's paying out 81%. No, not even one single commission is missing. Every commission paid in time. It's 100% legal and transparency, the system. Since 7 years, they have a track record. Did everything work? No. But they are still there. They are still looking and aiming for real solutions. They are not just running away and opening next. And then you look for other projects. You know, I'm working in this industry so long. 90% of the CEOs are all the same. You don't even know. They have actors in the front. And you think, oh, that's the new big idea. They have nothing, not even technology. And now you complain about the company what is fighting for you since 7 years. It's your decision. But don't blame the company because you are always looking for the easy way. Life is not easy and life is not nice. But it can be nice. I never have met a millionaire who is not a hard worker. Word smart, not hard. Yeah, but smart is work with your head and do brain job and not go and fix cars. But your brain is working more than the people fixing cars. Okay. This
Dennis,
is what we said.
I've shared the calculator just so yes. I have shared the calculator. If anybody wants a calculator, it's in the chat. You can download the calculator again in the chat, but it has been shared in the groups. I just shared it in the chat. If anybody
Thank you very much. And yes, sometimes I have a little bit too much passion. I'm a yellow guy. I can be relaxed in 1 minute and up on 180 in the second minute. But sometimes I get angry because I have seen people, guys, in this business changing their lives. Here to the convention, a guy came from India, kissed my feet, said, thank you, thank you, thank you. I never seen this person before. I said, who are you? And he's, I'm a purple diamond. I was like, amazing. And he was showing me a picture with him sitting on the street 3 months ago and selling food for 10 euros a month. Now a purple diamond. And now you tell me that this cannot change lives? It's amazing. But it cannot change the life of a person who don't want to move itself. If you are an investor, like you call yourself, there is no investor on this entire planet who is not looking for a 10, 15, 20-year outcome. Nobody. If you go to Warren Buffett and tell him next month we get 30%, he will kick your ass and throw you out of the office. Because he know one thing, a really big thing where you have the biggest outcome need time, because it's a company what need to develop. So what big people are looking for are the big picture. And then they are looking for the track record. And then they are looking for proof of concept, proof of work, and proof of failure. That's so important. How does the CEO and the management goes with failure? And you just look, where do I end 30% a month? Guys, okay, do it. But please just start educating yourself. The smart chain really is something big. And if not, I know only one thing. If somebody can make a change on the crypto market, and if somebody can innovate the biggest thing on crypto market, then it's Alex. I know nobody else who can do it. You think the Ethereum founder can do any big changes? He's owning 95% of his own tokens. Yes, he can do a big change. He can completely dump his own coin. But how decentralized and how safe is this, really? Will he destroy his coin? I don't believe so. The Binance guys killed FTX with 2 tweets. Very good. They took care about the 50 billion laying on FTX. You understand? Look at the market. Look at it. Educate yourself. And then you will understand what you have here. And if not, it's fully fine. And if you think you lost your money, it's fully fine. You can think like that. No worries. I don't think so, because if I would think so, I would not sit here. I don't need to sit here to tell anybody of you what is going on. The only reason why I sit here, because it took 3 weeks for me that the penny dropped, that I understood that's the only way. And now I just need to give you the information. What you do with the information, it's not in my hands. Thank you very much, guys. I will upload the recording and I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.